Okay, in this segment we're going to remove a customer or member from our active list. In other words, they don't want to renew their membership or just have them paid up. Again, this is our starting page for QuickBooks. By hitting home, you go there. So go into the customer center, as always. Now this is a list of customers, as we've talked about before. These are, if you look at the top here, under the tab Customers and Jobs, you'll say View, and you have your choice of active customers, all customers, customers with open balances. We don't really, you can if you want to do that, but you don't have to, or you can do a custom filter. So typically it's just a, most of the time it's going to be just on active customers. In other words, these are our members that are, we consider to be paid to date. You know, they owe some money yet, some of them, but they're not basically kicked out. Today we're going to close one out, and the person's name is Harold Ramsley. So, and that's his name right here at the top. Harold emailed us and said he's not going to renew his membership. If you notice over here, this is all the customer information for this customer. There's a note part here on the bottom. You can do edit notes and click that up. So if you got like an email, you can pop it in here. It's a date stamp. It's just a good, again, it's for record. You don't have to do it, but at least you have some kind of reason why you did it. You say you did not want to renew, so that's in there. Alright, so really that's all we need to do for a customer that is not going to renew and we want to get rid of them, or make them inactive as we call it. Double click on the name there. Another way you can get into there is just say edit customer at the top here. It does the same thing. This brings up all his customer information. And you'll see over here on the right side, it'll say customer is inactive. So if you click on that, puts a check there, and that basically says he's not a member anymore. This way it allows you to keep all the information. If he decides to be a member again, everything's here, plus all his sales receipts, everything before. And I don't believe it takes that much storage up for this anyway. Our database isn't that large. So now a couple other things we're going to need to do here after this is to remove them from the Yahoo group and the calendar as far as their birthday. So what I like to do is to go to Notepad. This is just my personal preference, but you can do it any way you want. And I just copy the information I'm going to need to use in the other areas. So go up to the customer name, highlight that, Control C to copy, go back to the Notepad, Control V to paste, on next line, and then I'm going to need his email address to find him in our membership database on Yahoo. So go email, highlight everything, again Control C, and go into the Notepad, Control V to paste. Now I have everything there, and I can do that here in a bit. Okay, then again we got it checked for customers inactive. Hit OK, and you'll see he's basically gone off the list. Now if we go up here to the top of the list and select all customers, all the ones that are listed here with the X are inactive. So, and Harold is right there with the X by his name. The other thing we want to do, in this case it was already done, but there was a showing an account balance owed here. So go into the invoice, and this would have set a quantity of $20 over this side. Change that to a quantity of 0, so 0 is the amount out, and then I put a note in there, membership closed, and the date that it was done. In this case, I generally don't email them out to the customer, but that's a personal choice. You can do if you want, do what you want. And save and close, and that's done. Now we'll go out to Yahoo. Open up Internet Explorer. Go into Yahoo Groups. Sign in. Okay, so the groups, going to Motor City Bears. Now on here, I'm sure everybody should be pretty much familiar with this. Going to here, you might have some more options on this left side here now that you're an officer. So you can do an invite, promote, calendar, members. We want to go to the member list. And it's a list of everybody that's on that site. So I'll go back to your notepad, go to the email, highlight it, again Control C to copy, go back to the list, search for members, paste that in, and do a search. Okay, so there's no, he's not in here, so we don't have to remove his email from that. So that's done. Now we go over to calendar. And Harold's birthday is right here. Now also, I should have mentioned this earlier, if you need to know his birthday, we'll go back into the QuickBooks, Harold's. If you double click and get into his member information, the birthday information is stored on the additional info tab. You'll see the anniversary date, roster opt-out is here, and birthday. So his birthday is January 2nd. So cancel out of that. Go back to Yahoo Group and click on Harold's. And happy birthday to Harold. And delete. Delete again. And it looks like Yahoo might have a little, it says waiting at the bottom. Not sure why it's, maybe just take a little bit of time to go through all the dates. But that's basically it. Once that's done, that's all you need to do for the customer. And the actually deleting the birthday part of it is kind of optional too. I guess it's your decision if you want to delete it or not. So, okay.